nice, easy stretching before I do my calisthenics and cardio kickboxing with some weights. Stretching my shoulders, my elbows, spine, hamstrings, abs, lower back, chest, hamstrings with calf, hamstring with calf, hip flexors and calf muscle, hamstring and lower back, hip flexor and calf, hamstring, lower back, inner thigh, hamstring and inner thigh, hamstring and inner thigh, rotational stretch, lower back, inner thighs, hips, glutes, hip flexor, hamstring, lower back, abs, obliques and lats, quadricep, hip flexor and balance, quadricep, hip flexor and balance, knee, abs, chest, shoulders, lower back, hips, glutes, stretching the hamstring, lower back, shoulders and chest, rotational muscles in the spine, glutes, glutes and piriformis, glutes, inner thigh, hamstring a little bit, glutes and rotational muscles in the lower back, hamstring, abs, hamstring, lower back. Inner thighs and lower back. Slowly bring the foot back. Stretch your quadriceps and hip flexor. Leaning forward for the glutes again. Switch leg position. Bring one foot back. Lean back. Stretch the quadricep and hip flexor. Lean forward to stretch the glutes. Open both legs wide. Stretch in the thighs a little bit. Lean slightly forward. Bring your feet together, hands behind. This is a shoulder bridge, hips high, up. Back to the low crouch. Stretching the hip, glutes, knees, swaying side to side to work on the hip joint a little bit. Loosen up the knees a little more. Okay, now I think I'm nice and loose. Go into the cobra, stretch my abs, down dog, stretch the hamstrings and calf. Plank. My stability. Single leg down dog. Back to plank. Single leg down dog. Back to plank and cobra. Up, low crouch, peaceful prayer, and all done for the stretches. Going into my incline, close grip push-ups. Warm up my shoulders, triceps, chest. Trying to get all the muscles. Go in different angles as I get more warmed up. Flat push-ups. From flat push-up, and gradually go up my feet. Decline push-ups to make it a little bit more difficult. To challenge my shoulders and tricep and chest a little bit more. Different angle to work my shoulders a little more at the top here, more decline and upper chest. Going to parallel bar dips. Works great for your shoulders, chest, triceps, and even your lats. I like to lean slightly forward when I do it. That was just a little pause before I do my second half of my set. Rest a little bit, do another set. I always start with my torso slightly leaning forward to emphasize my chest a little bit more. Going to I'm slightly tired. Rest a little bit and do one more set. Last set here. Exhale up, inhale down, and go down until my elbows are about 90 degrees. You can go a little lower if your shoulders and elbows are very flexible, but don't need to. Good, we're done with that. Got a little medium resistance loop band. You can use these for a lot of things. Right here I'm doing external rotation for my shoulder rotator cuff muscle. Pretty important to keep strong since the external rotator cuff muscles don't get much work when you're doing a lot of the calisthenic movements like push-ups, presses, and even pull downs or pull-ups. A lot of your internal rotator cuff muscles are worked a lot more, so you need to work them. External runs specifically a little bit more when you have the chance. This is a forward raise for the front deltoid muscle. Also using a resistance loop band. Exhale up, inhale down. Got a lot of really variations of resistance for these bands. You get a super light one or a medium one like I'm using. Right here I'm using 3-pound hand weights for my lateral raises for my side deltoids. Exhale as I lift the weights up, and inhale as I go down. These are front raises, more for my anterior or forward deltoid muscles, and the upper chest a little bit. You can raise this a little bit higher. You can go all the way up to over your head if you like. This is the bent over lateral raises, more for my rear deltoids, the back of the shoulder, middle back, upper trapezius a little bit. Little kettlebell swings, forward swings. This is a lot of momentum created by my hips and lower back. A little bit work on with your shoulders. I like doing these for mostly cardio and power momentum. They're great to use for different things like throwing things, swinging, and especially if you're doing heavy powerlifting or doing throws in jiu-jitsu or judo or anything like that. They're great for power exertion, exploding, using your hips, transferring kinetic energy from the ground to the object you're throwing and swinging. These are side swings. Most of the energy is created by the rotation of your pelvis and your hips. Of course, gravity and the momentum of the kettlebell also helps move it. So these are figure eights, passing in between my legs, circling around, forward and back. A little bit coordination. It's good for grip, strength, grip, opening and closing. It's great when you're using your grip strength for grabbing things and pulling things. So here I'm using my hand rates for my boxing practice. Not going too quickly, but it does burn your shoulders quite quickly as you go along. I'm trying to use mostly my hips, my lower back for momentum to throw punches instead of just using my shoulders and arms, chest. Quickly inhaling and exhaling as I throw my punches. Doing a basic jab cross combo with my left foot lead, then hooks, and then uppercuts. Turn around, right foot lead, jab cross first, hooks, and uppercuts. Jab, jab, cross combo. Change lead stance, jab, jab, cross. Jab, jab, cross, jab, jab, cross. Just keep going until I'm slightly tired. Then take about a 20-second rest before I do my next combination. Jab, jab, cross. Next is jab, cross, hook, cross. Jab, cross, hook, cross. Jab, cross, hook, cross. Jab, cross, hook, cross. Jab, jab, cross, hook, cross. Jab, jab, cross, hook, cross. Jab, cross, uppercut, 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 cross. You might not look it, but this is pretty exhausting. Jab, body hook, cross, and then hook again. Jab, body hook, cross, and upper hook. Jab, body hook, cross, and high hook. A little bit shadow boxing with the weights, changing my lead stance once in a while. Just imagining my opponent throwing some jabs, crosses at me, seeing where I'm supposed to stand, throw my different punches in different angles, moving in a semicircle around my imaginary shadow partner. Doing a little defense also in between my offense. Switching my attacks, combinations, defense, just to keep it interesting. So put down the weights. Now I'm doing a little more shadow boxing without the weights. Much easier, lighter on my foot and my hands, of course. Punches are so much looser, quicker without the 3-pound hand weights. Now I can breathe easier, move quicker, feel a lot looser. Doing my defense and offense. Also imagining my partner in the center, walking in a semicircle around my shadow partner. Close in boxing and communal distance boxing. Jabs and crosses for middle distance. Hooks, uppercuts for close distance. Right about now, my lungs are starting to burn, getting really tired, really hot. Had to take off my shirt, not to show off, but it's getting so hot I had to take it off. So soaking in sweat. Doing a little bit more shadow boxing. The sun was super bright and eating on the skin. Already got a nice tan here. Jab cross. My head side to side. Slipping. Moving my feet forward and back. Advances. Side steps. Keeping my guard up high. Occasionally raising my forearms high, close to my head for defense blocks. Occasionally also lifting my legs, what they call leg checks, in case the person tries to do some low kicks against my shins or out of the side of my shins. Do some fake motions, slow punches, just to do some head checks. Of course, keep the person you're fighting, even if it's your imaginary partner, guessing. This is off the cuff. So just do whatever pops in your head in the moment. Go with it. Try to execute whatever you think as quick as you can. Okay, here's my last shadow boxing round, using the famous turtle defense, using my front forearm to block my abs, my backhand to block my chin. This is a defense that Floyd Mayweather is famous for using. Some other people use it too, but he's the most famous boxer who uses this defense position. It's great for if you're doing pure boxing. Even if you're doing mixed martial arts, it's also good since your front arm is lower and you could use it to block a person who's trying to wrestle and take your leg. So your arm is closer to your hips and your front legs to help you block the person from taking you down with a double leg. Scooping your hips up. Another advantage of this position is you can use the front shoulder to block punches. Of course, your forearm is going to block the punches towards your abdominal region and your ribs. Oh, here I'm doing a sprawl It's common in wrestling to block a person from taking your hips and legs from under you and lifting you up and throwing you over. Alright, so after all that, I go into a little more calisthenics, quick different variations of push-ups, just to burn and work my chest, shoulders, arms a little bit more. Push-ups also work your abs and your hip flexors a lot, so they're great for strengthening your muscles in the front for good strong punches, and also even great for defenses because your muscles and your core is very strong to take any blows that comes your way.
Try those shit, bro. These, bro, doing this, bro, that feels crazy. Not even this, like this.
Dive bomber push-ups, working the shoulders and the chest a lot. And the last one here, push-ups in different angles, bouncing on my knuckles to hearten the knuckles for bigger knuckle punches. It's all good. Encore exercise. Hands to knuckles, palms to knuckles, flat hand to knuckles. That's all, folks. Thank you for watching. Have a great week.